Welcome back everyone. This is a line-by-line explanation of Julius Caesar Act 1 Scene 3. On an unnaturally disturbed night, Cassius gathers together a group of conspirators against Julius Caesar. कौन से कैरेक्टर्स प्रेजेंट है? कास्का और सीजर. और सेटिंग क्या है? Roma street, thunder and lightning. This is one of the most important scenes of this play. Prepare this scene well for your exams. और मैंने यहाँ पे annotations और word meanings का एक list डाला हुआ है. Learn them for your reference to the context, questions and answers. Cicero, good evening. Good evening. Casca, brought you Caesar home. Did you escort Caesar to his house? Why are you breathless? Number 1. Why are you breathless? Important. And number 2, why stare you so? In fact, you will find this question in the Morning Star workbook. Casca का mental state क्या है? What is Casca's state of mind? And here is the answer. Cicero कास्का से पूछता है, तुम हाँफ क्यों रहे हो कास्का और तुम मुझे इस तरह से घूर भी क्यों रहे हो? And here Casca gives the reasons. Therefore, Casca's mental state of mind, he is unnerved, he is frightened, and something is troubling him. Use these keywords and expressions in your answer. Casca, important speech. Are not you moved when all the sway of earth shakes like a thing unfirm? Are you not affected when the entire realm of earth shakes like an unsteady thing? While listening to me, also read the annotations and you will know the meanings of the difficult words. जब जमीन एक लोटे की तरह हिलने डुलने लगे तो तुम डगमगाओगे नहीं, तुम्हें डर नहीं लगेगा. O Cicero, I have seen tempests, storms. I have seen storms during which the roaring and harsh winds have rived, have torn apart, have split the knotty oaks, the knotted oak trees, and I have seen the ambitious ocean swell and rage and foam to be exalted with the threatening clouds. And I have seen the high-reaching oceans swell and rage and foam to be raised to the clouds that threaten to rain heavily. But never till tonight, never till now did I go through a tempest dropping fire. What is the meaning of dropping fire? And for this reason, I am asking you to learn the annotations. Dropping fire means dropping thunderbolts with lightning. Never till tonight, never till this moment did I go through a storm that drops lightning and thunderbolts. And according to Casca, there are two probable reasons. Either there is a civil strife in heaven, civil war in heaven, or else the world too saucy, too insolent, too rude with the gods incenses them to send destruction. Either there is a civil war in heaven, or else the world too rude to the gods has made the gods so angry that they are sending such destruction. मैंने तूफान में बड़े बड़े पेड़ों को जड़ से उखड़ते हुए देखा है. मैंने तूफानों में समुद्र की लहरों को, आसमान को चूमते हुए देखा है. लेकिन अब तक और आज तक मैंने कभी आग का ऐसा तूफान नहीं देखा है. जैसे आसमान में या तो देवताओं में लड़ाई छिड़ गई है और या इंसान ने अपनी बेहुदा हरकतों से देवताओं को नाराज कर दिया है, जिससे ये नाराज होकर सर्वनाश पर तुल गए हैं. Cicero, why saw you anything more wonderful? The next unnatural sight. Casca continues. A common slave, you know him well by sight. एक मामूली सा गुलाम और तुम पहचानते हो सिसेरो उसे. Held up his left hand which did flame, gave off flames and burned like 20 torches joined, and yet his hand, not sensible of fire, remained unscorched. This is the second unnatural sight. A common slave held up his left hand which caught fire and burnt like 20 torches joined together. Despite that, his hand did not feel the fire and it remained untouched by the fire. क्या हुआ था? एक मामूली सा गुलाम उसने अपने बायां हाथ को उठाया था और वो बीसियों मशालों की तरह जलकर धधक रहा था, लेकिन उस हाथ का बाल भी बांका नहीं हुआ था. And now the third unnatural sight. Besides, I have not since put up my sword against the Capitol, I met a lion. Third unnatural sight, who gazed upon me and went surly by without annoying me. What had happened? So, Casca had not sheathed his sword. Since that sight by the Capitol, he came across a lion, which stared at Cicero, which stared at Casca, and went by in an unfriendly way without troubling him. और तो और मैं अभी तलवार मयान में रखा भी नहीं कि मेरे पास एक खूंखार शेर आकर खड़ा हो गया. वो मुझे घूर रहा था, लेकिन उसने बिना हमले किए वो मेरे पास से अकड़ कर गुजर गया. This is the third unnatural sight. And now the fourth unnatural sight. And there were drawn upon a heap 100 ghastly women, transformed with their fear, who swore they saw men all in fire walk up and down the streets. Again, what happened? There were 100 ghost-like women, changed absolutely with their fire, and they huddled into a group, and they told me that they saw men on fire walk up and down the streets. Indeed, very unnatural. तो कास्का ने और क्या देखा? वहां डर से कांपती हुई औरतों की एक भीड़ थी, और इन औरतों ने कास्का से कहा कि उन्होंने जलते हुए इंसानों को, आदमियों को स्ट्रीट्स में चलते हुए देखा था. And yesterday the bird of night, what is this? Owl, did sit even at noonday upon the marketplace, hooting and shrieking. दिन दहाड़े बड़े बाजार में उल्लू की चीख चिल्लाहट सुनाई पड़ी थी, और ये अच्छी बात नहीं है. This is ominous. When these prodigies do so conjointly meet, let not men say these are their reasons, they are natural, for I believe they are portentous things unto the climate that they point upon. I believe that these signs warn the country of an unpleasant future. So, what is Casca thinking here? कास्का सोच रहा है, कास्का को यकीन है कि कुछ ना कुछ बुरा होने वाला है, सब कुछ ठीक नहीं है. इंसान अगर उसे कहे, कोई इंसान अगर उसे कहे सब कुछ नेचुरल है, सब कुछ ठीक है, तो वो बिलीव नहीं करेगा, क्योंकि उसे ये यकीन है कुछ ना कुछ कहीं पे तो गड़बड़ हो रही है. और इसीलिए कास्का इतना डरा हुआ है, कास्का इतना मेंटली डिस्टर्ब्ड है. Indeed, it is a strange disposed time. Strange disposed time, a time for strange things to happen. But men may constitute things after their fashion. Men may interpret things to suit their interest, to suit their purposes, clean from the purpose of the things themselves. They may interpret things quite contrary to what they actually mean. Here Cicero appears to be wiser than Casca. Casca is scared, but Cicero is trying to understand what is going on. Come Caesar to the capital tomorrow. Caesar capital में कल क्या आएंगे? तो सिसेरो ने क्या कहा? इसमें कोई शक नहीं है, जिस वक्त से हम गुजर रहे हैं वो एक ठीक वक्त नहीं है, लेकिन आदमी का क्या? जब भी जैसा होता है उसी के अनुसार वो दलील दे देता है. Casca, he doth. Yes, Caesar is coming to the capital, for he did instruct Antonius, send word to you, he would be there tomorrow. Caesar ने एंटोनियस से कहा है तुम्हें बता दे कि वो कल कैपिटॉल में आएंगे. Good night then, Casca. This disturbed sky is not to walk in, so go home. It is not an appropriate time to stay outdoors. Casca, farewell Cicero. Exit Cicero and enter Cassius. Who's there? Casca, a Roman. Casca, by your voice. Your ear is good. Cassius, what night is this? Your ear is good. Cassius can hear properly, but Caesar cannot hear properly. Whoever knew the heavens menace so? Who would have expected the heavens to trouble us like this? Cassius, those that have known the earth so full of faults, those who have known the earth to be so full of faults would. For my part, I have walked about the streets, submitting me unto the perilous, dangerous night, and thus unbraced, with an unbuttoned jacket, Casca, as you see, have bared my bosom to the thunderstone, and when the cross blue lightning seemed to open the breast of heaven, I did present myself even in the aim and very flash of it. So, what has Cassius done? Cassius has walked about the streets, exposing himself to the dangerous night, and with his jacket unfastened, unbuttoned in this way. And he has exposed his chest to the thunderbolt. And when the zigzag blue lightning seemed to open the chest of heaven, he even exposed himself at its very direction. So in this way, he was challenging the heavens. केसियस ने कास्का से क्या कहा? मुझे ही देख लो, मैं तो सड़क पर सीना ताने इतनी गरज और करक भरी रात में चल रहा हूँ, और जब जब भी आसमान को चीरती हुई बिजली की करक गूंजी, मैं तो उसके सामने और तनकर खड़ा हो गया हूँ। लेकिन तुम आखिरकार इस खुदाई मार से टक्कर लेना क्यों चाहते हो? इंसानियत का तकाजा तो ये है कि जब भी खुदा की मार उस पर पड़ती है तो वो डर के मारे कांपना चाहता है, और कांपना भी चाहिए. So why are you challenging the power of gods? You are dull, Casca, and those parts of life that should be in a Roman you do want, or else you use not. You are dull, and those parts of life that every Roman should have you either lack or you don't use. You look pale and gaze and put on fear and cast yourself in wonder. You keep wondering to see the strange disturbed conditions of nature, to see the strange impatience of the heavens. But if you would consider the true cause, why all these fires, thunder, lightning and flashes, why all these gliding ghosts, these lightnings like ghosts flashingly pass by, why birds and beasts from quality and nature, having certain nature and quality, why old men, fool and children calculate, why all these things change from their ordinance, their natures and performed faculties to monstrous qualities. So old men till calculate, why old men, fool and children calculate? Also men, be they old, fools or children, have that nature or quality to realize that these are omens or signs that indicate that something unusual is going to happen. Why all these things around change their normal inherent qualities and take horrible shape and form. Why you shall find that heaven hath infused them with these spirits to make them instruments of fear and warning unto some monstrous state. Something wrong is going to happen. कास्का, तुम में शायद या तो जिंदगी से टक्कर लेने की कमी है जो एक रोमन में नहीं होना चाहिए, और या ये हो सकता है तुम इस हिम्मत से काम नहीं लेते हो. इन चीजों को देखकर तुम घबरा गए हो और तुम पीले पड़े जा रहे हो. लेकिन अगर तुम जरा ध्यान से देखोगे तो तुम्हें समझ आएगा इन अजीबोगरीब बातों से हम लोग को क्या पता चल रहा है. ये सब रोम की गिरावट की निशानी है जो हमें हम सबको आगाह कर रहा है. The flashes, the lightning, all the unnatural things in nature are pointing towards some monstrous state, some terrible thing that is going to happen to us, the Romans. Now could I, Casca, name to thee a man most like this dreadful night? Casca, I could name a person. Here Cassius is hinting at Caesar. Most like this dreadful night that thunders, lightens, opens, graves and roars as doth the lion in the Capitol. I could name a person who is so fearful as this night that thunders, shocks, roars and uproots every orderly thing. He frightens everybody just as thunder and lightning do. He opens graves and roars in the Capitol just like a lion. A man no mightier than thyself or me. He is just a man. He is just an ordinary one like you and me. In his personal action, in his personal behavior, yet prodigious, grown and fearful as these strange eruptions are, but has grown a monster so terrific like this dreadful night. भाई कास्का, मैं उस आदमी का नाम किस तरह लूं जो इस भयानक रात की तरह है, जो दहाड़ रहा है, बिजलियों की तरह कड़क रहा है, कब्रों को खोद फाड़ देता है, और ये आदमी ना तुमसे और ना मुझसे ज़्यादा बहादुर है, लेकिन इस तूफान की रात की तरह वो विचित्र हो गया है. Let it be who it is, वो जो कोई भी हो, for Romans now have thews and limbs like to their ancestors. Romans have bodies like our ancestors. But woe the while, it is a pity, our fathers' minds are dead. We lack our fathers' spirits and minds, and we are governed with our mother's spirits. We have our mother's minds. The way we suffer, tolerate oppression proves us to be like women. Our yoke and sufferings show us womanish. वो जो कोई भी हो, हम रोमनों में तो हमारे हाथ पैर इत्यादि हमारे पूर्वजों जैसे हैं, लेकिन समय की बलिहारी आज अब हमें हमारे पूर्वजों की जो आत्माएं हैं मर चुकी है, और अब हमारे अंदर हमारी माताओं का खून बहता है, और इसी वजह से हम औरतों की तरह गुलामी सह रहे हैं. Indeed, they say the senators tomorrow mean to establish Caesar as a king, and he shall wear his crown by sea and land in every place save here in Italy. The senators are going to proclaim Caesar as a king tomorrow, and he will wear his crown everywhere, on sea, on land, except here in Italy. I know where I will wear this dagger then. Cassius from bondage will deliver Cassius. If Caesar is made a king, Cassius has decided to kill himself. Therein, ye gods, you make the weak more strong. Therein, ye gods, you tyrants do defeat. By giving man this strong will to commit suicide, God has enabled man to defeat the tyrants. हे परमेश्वर, तुम ही एक कमजोर को बहादुर बना देते हो, और उसी परमेश्वर की ताकत है जो वह ऐसे दुष्टों को ऐसे आदमियों से शिकस्त दिलवा देता है. Nor stony tower, nor walls of beaten brass, nor airless dungeon, nor strong links of iron can be retentive to the strength of spirit. Can be retentive, can be able to confine, bound or suppress. But life, being wary of these worldly bars, these restrictions of this world, never lacks power to dismiss itself to be free. ना तो पथरीले मीनारों, ना तो पीतल की ठोस दीवारें, ना तो वह अंधेरी गुफाएं जहां हवा भी ना घुस सकती है, और ना ही लोहे की जंजीरें किसी आत्मा को पकड़कर रख सकती है. इस दुनिया की जो रुकावटें हैं किसी मौत को नहीं रोक सकती. अगर मैं ये जानता हूं तो मैं सारी दुनिया को ये बता दूंगा कि मैं इस गुलामी को भी नस्त नाबूद कर सकता हूं. I can shake off at pleasure that part of tyranny that I do bear thunder still. So can I, so every bondman in his own hand bears the power to cancel his captivity. Every slave has in his own hands the power to free himself from slavery by committing suicide. Dear students, we will end this session here. This is part 1 and in part 2 we will continue. What is the effect of Cassius's words on Casca and the other conspirators? We will see that very soon.